Hey Pixies! Today we're going to do a glitter swoop design. So I had posted a manicure on Instagram a couple of weeks ago and someone asked if I recorded it for YouTube and I had not. So I decided I would recreate it with different colors and products. What we're going to be using are all Dollhouse Dips products. So we're going to be using their gel liquids, Teenage Dream, Eternal, and Unstoppable. So I do have a discount code for Dollhouse. I do not get anything from that. It's just a discount code for me to offer to you. So if you're interested in anything, check below, and I do have the codes as well as all products used down in the description box. How we'll get started is I'm going to take that gel base and apply that to my thumb very carefully, just a nice thin layer, and then pour Teenage Dream over my thumb after I remove any hair or dirt from the cupcake liner. So then I'll clean up my cuticle area and cure it for 30 seconds. And then we're going to repeat those same steps after we dust it off with the stiff nail brush. So we'll apply our gel base, pour Teenage Dream over, clean up the cuticle area, and cure it for 30 seconds. Now I did the original design with gel as well. I typically do, whenever I'm doing a glitter design, glitter placement, something that takes a lot of time to do, I typically do use gel. I have used dip liquids, but you have to work very quickly or have a very slow drying base, which I don't have any bases right now that dry slow enough, not as slow as gel anyway, and I don't like to feel rushed. I like to be able to put everything on, and any type of glitter designs take a little bit of patience, so I like to be able to take my time and make sure it looks the way I want it to look before I move on. And with gel, you have that time because it doesn't cure until you put it in the lamp and cure it. Now I'm going to be putting Teenage Dream on my middle finger as well, but my peel base just on that finger for some reason was still a little wet. So we're moving on to Eternal. I applied that gel base and poured Eternal over and cleaned up the cuticle area. And if you see me, there's like some peel base around my nails because I get a little bit on my skin whenever I put it on. So it's not my skin coming off, it's peel base with the toothpick kind of pushing off of my skin. So I am going to do that on my index finger and my pinky finger, cure it for 30 seconds after I clean up the cuticle area, and then repeat those same steps. So I'll let you watch me do that and I'll be right back. How gorgeous is that glitter? I could not believe I hadn't used it sooner because it is so beautiful and it matches perfectly with Teenage Dream and Eternal because of the blue and purple flecks of glitter in it. So I decided my ring finger would be a solid glitter. So what I did was I applied the gel base and gently laid my finger into that glitter. And then I kind of clean up the cuticle area, move the bigger pieces of glitter or any glitter that's on my skin or cuticle area, sidewalls, tips of my nail, everywhere. I move it all onto my nail, or if there's too much in one spot, I kind of pull it off. So you'll see me maneuvering some glitter around, putting it in different places. You just want to make sure, as I said before you cure it, it looks the way you want it to look. So I really take my time, and here I'm just pouring a little bit on because around my cuticle area I had a lot of chunky glitter. So I moved some of that off, and then I poured the glitter over top, which usually you'll get more of the small pieces of glitter to fill in those little spots that I removed bigger pieces of glitter from. So I'm just making sure that I don't have any glitter on the skin or hanging from my nail over my cuticle or over the edge of my nail. And then I very gently pat everything down to make sure it's laying nice and flat. And look how nice and smooth that is. So I am going to go ahead and cure that for the 30 seconds, and then we're going to dust it off with a stiff nail brush. And it is so sparkly, but you want to make sure that you're using the stiff nail brush to get off any of the excess powder that's laying on the glitter. And I'm just showing you how nice and thin everything is, even with 2 dips. So we're going to put our glitter to the side. We're going to be pulling that back out in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up Teenage Dream. So I'm just repeating the steps that we've been doing the whole time, applying the gel base and pouring Teenage Dream over, cleaning up the cuticle and curing it for 30 seconds. So I'm going to do that twice, and when I'm done, I'll be right back. So for the next step, we're going to get our glitter back out, and then that is a small eyeshadow brush. I get those off of Amazon. They're Wet n Wild for less than $1. You can get them in the drugstores as well, but it's just a little eyeshadow brush. So I am going to apply the gel base to my thumb, and then we're just trying to get the product on the nail right now. So we're just trying to get glitter on it because we're going to move it around into the design that we want. So I am just tapping it on close to the design that I want. I want it to swoop across the nail. So I am then going to take the toothpick and start moving the glitter around. Now I'm wiping the toothpick off because I'm picking up some small glitter pieces that are just kind of moving around and not staying in one specific spot. I want to get my shape first. So I'm kind of just moving all of that glitter around on the nail into whatever design you want. You could do anything that you want. So, I mean, you could literally just tap it on and make it as an overlay, or you could do a swoop design like this or a C curve. You could do anything that you want with this. I just did the kind of swoopy design, is what I'm calling it, I guess, for that manicure that I posted on Instagram a few weeks ago. So that's what I'm doing here. So I am just designing that into the shape that I want. And you can also pick up pieces of glitter and apply them exactly where you want. As long as you have a little bit of the base coat on your toothpick, you'll be able to pick those glitter pieces up. Once I'm happy with it, I kind of lightly tap down the glitter. And I actually cured that for 1 minute because some of the gel base didn't have any product on it. So I just wanted to give it a little bit extra cure time before I moved on. So that's all I'm going to do here on the index, middle, and pinky fingers, is just kind of tap the glitter on the nail at first, trying to go in the general area of where I want the glitter to ultimately be, and then move it around to whatever design I am doing on that nail. So just sliding it around. If you get too much base or too much glitter on your toothpick or whatever tool you're using, just wipe it off and go back in fresh and start moving the glitter around again. If you want to pick up certain pieces of glitter, just make sure you have a little bit of base on your toothpick or tool that you're using and pick up those pieces of glitter. You'll see me picking up small pieces and big pieces because I just wanted them to be a little bit more filled in certain areas. So that's really all that there is to the glitter design, but we'll have to encapsulate, buff, file, and all of that good stuff too. But you see how thin the dips are, so I really don't have a whole lot of buffing and filing to do, but I'm doing each nail all as one and then curing them all together. If you're not comfortable doing that, cure them individually before you move on. I'm just really careful not to bump anything, so you'll see me do each nail and then cure it as one. So once I'm done with that, I'll come back, we'll encapsulate, buff, file, and all that good stuff. Since we're using gel, we're going to also encapsulate with gel. So typically with dip powder, you would use a clear dip powder as a final coat before you buffed and filed. We're going to do that same thing except with gel. So this will protect the glitter and color from buffing and filing. I am applying a layer of the base coat. I'll cure that for 30 seconds and then apply a layer of the top coat and cure that for 1 minute. I have gone in with just my top coat before and I buffed and filed right through it so quick. So it just doesn't stick to that dip powder as well if you don't have the base coat on first. So now I'm going to apply that gel top coat. We're going to do a good layer, not real thick, but enough that'll protect the colors from buffing and filing. So if you're getting little white dots on your dip powder manicure whenever you're done, it's because you are buffing and filing either through your clear dip powder or you're not using clear dip powder and you're buffing the color right off of your nail. So I have already buff filed and reshaped, and I just cleaned my nails up with an alcohol prep pad to get that nail filing dust off. I'm going to apply a layer of the gel base, cure that for 30 seconds, and then a layer of gel top coat and cure that for 1 minute. Now, a similar reason as to why we do the gel before the top coat to encapsulate. If you go right in with your top coat on top of that very smooth dip powder, you will most likely get chipping and peeling at the corners of your nails within a day. The last time I went in with just a top coat, because I knew I was changing my manicure in a day, I had chipping at the corners of my nails within a couple of hours. So make sure that you're using the base coat, cure that, and then you go in with your top coat and cure that. So this will be our final step before we take a look and see our design all completed. This Dollhouse Dips gel top coat is super shiny. You'll see after it's cured, it is so shiny. So that is our finished design, guys. I love the way it turned out. I love the purples and blues and the glitter. They all complemented each other so well. We're going to go ahead and apply our cuticle oil to rehydrate our skin. While we do that, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. To see more content, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. I have new videos every Monday and Thursday. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below or find me on Instagram at Dipping Pixie. I also have a TikTok, which is Dipping Pixie, and those will be linked below as well. And that's it for this one, guys, and I will see you in the next one.